My name is Ron Collins. I'm a principal in School District 73, but I also chairperson of the steering committee for Heavy Metal Rocks. Today we are starting our first day up at the pit. Yesterday we had our student orientation. We had a presentation by WorkSafe BC in the morning, a couple of field trips at the CVSE Waste Scale as well as Peterbilt. And then we brought the students up to the pit yesterday for their walk-around tour orientation and a presentation by EXP Engineering. And then today is the first day where they're actually hands-on in the equipment with the volunteer operators. We have 13 stations set up, everything from a sawmill and a wood splitting station to 2 rock trucks and everything in between. We've got several forestry stations. In addition, this year was Schereras came on board with a pipeline station, and then our regular construction stations as well. We've got 26 students from the school district. To get into the program, they had to go through an application process. They did a formal interview in front of an interview panel, and then from all of the applications, 26 students were selected along with 2 backup students. And after they were selected, they had to attend 2 weekends, one doing a workplace first aid course on a Saturday or a Sunday, and then they also did a construction site safety course through SECA in order to be eligible to come up to the pit. In addition to the time at the pit, they'll spend 3 days up here operating equipment through 13 stations, an hour and a half per station. They'll also receive certification at the end of June through Levitt Machinery on aerial platform lift and forklift training. So as far as donors, the school district obviously sponsors myself and a couple of our school district staff that are up here supervising. But this year we have 105 sponsors and donors donating everything from the snacks and beverages that we provide in the morning and for the coffee break and so on for the volunteer operators and the students, as well as everything from the large pieces of equipment that we have here. We've got probably over 50 pieces of equipment, 105 sponsors. They donate everything from the fuel, like I said, to the food and so on that we eat. And a lot of the sponsors also have their staff up here. Schereras has a group of probably 6 employees up here, and a lot of the construction firms have their own employees on their pieces of equipment. But we do have some retired operators that come back year after year because they believe in the program and giving back to the students. So the program is designed to be exploratory for the students, students that may think that they want to go into a forestry occupation or into a career at doing construction, whether it be up in a mine or on a road crew. It gives them a taste of everything through the 13 stations. So the stations themselves, they range, like I said, from a sawmill that we have from the school district and a wood splitting station. We've got a processor, we've got a log loader, we've got a skidder, we've got a screening plant with being loaded by a loader. All of the equipment's donated. We also have 2 rock trucks. We've got several minis out there. We've got a telehandler, a large crane, quite the myriad of different equipment, sort of representing all the different construction equipment that would be seen out on sites. So this would have been our 14th annual event, but with COVID over the last 2 years, unfortunately we had to cancel the event. So it's actually our 12th year this year of running, but we started 14 years ago. With the inception, we had about 6 people on our steering committee, and we are up now to approximately 25 people representing about 20 different companies just on our steering committee itself. The steering committee meets approximately 8 times per year to organize the event, and then after the meetings everybody takes their little piece of the pie and goes out and starts pounding the pavement looking for our sponsors and so on for the following year. We also have a wrap-up social at the end of the event to thank all of our sponsors and our operators, as well as so that's next week after the event is over. And then this Saturday we have a large barbecue put on for the parents and all the sponsors. And we also give out 9 awards of $500 each, as well as several other items from lots of our sponsors go towards the students as well. If anybody wanted to donate next year or become a sponsor for the program, they can contact me directly. I'm the principal up at Logan Lake Elementary and Secondary School, so they can contact me up there, or they could also contact through the school board office. They could contact Debbie Eisner, who's our assistant that does all the behind the scenes work for this program. For next year, we're looking at expanding the program. We were going to try and expand it this year to include more students, but next year we're looking at possibly getting 32 to 36 students in the program. It just depends on the number of sponsors and the number of operators that we can get to volunteer for the program. But just seeing this year, we had approximately 50 sponsors prior to COVID, and we thought it was going to be a difficult time this year getting more sponsors on board, but it has just flourished this year. And like I said, we have over 105 this year that have sponsored. A lot of our sponsors that sponsored the event, they are looking for employees because it's getting more and more difficult to get employees to work for your companies. We've even had a company over the spring break reached out to me. I had no idea that they were even calling, but it was a company out of the Lower Mainland that's overseeing the twinning of the Trans-Canada Highway across Canada, as well as the new Patella Bridge and so on. They heard about the program just through word of mouth, and they wanted to sponsor. So the program is not just echoing what's needed in our community, but across the province and I guess across Canada as a whole. So people are supporting us all over. We have had other districts come and shadow us. Prior to COVID, we had the Fraser Cascade district come and look at our program, and they were hoping to get something going there. I know that they've done something similar on a smaller scale. There's also programs like it in the Williams Lake district. They do it more of a mining operation up there. But we sort of diversified. Like I said, we originally started with just construction, but we've expanded. We've gone to the oil and gas industry, the forest industry, and normally we would have a power line tech company as well up here, trying to pique students' interest and trying to see where they want to go as far as an exploratory program. Like I said, a lot of our volunteer operators, they've been here year after year. We have one crew that comes down from Curl Lake and they book their holidays around it. We have another group that of retired operators that they organize their holidays around it, and they say year to year, just let us know when the program's happening. So, and I'd just like to thank all of our sponsors and our operators. Without them, this program definitely couldn't run. Without the support of the donors and the operators, we wouldn't be able to offer the program at all.